First, you have to acknowledge that you've been being a certain way and you don't have to be that way. You got to get for yourself. You are not stuck being the person you've been in life. You can be a new person. You can be a new person now. But you have to take responsibility for who you've been, the impact that that's had, and create a new person. Create the new person, the new being that you want to be. And then you have to change the environment around you to support that new person. You have to meet new people. You have to tell the people around you that you know and love that you want to be this new person, so to support you in that. And you could change your location and go somewhere else where people don't know you, and then you tell them this new person that you are, so they support you in this new person. Momentum will drag you back to who you've always been. So if you want to be something else, you have to fight against the momentum of your life and become something beyond where the momentum, and get steered in a different direction and create a new momentum for a new you. You are not stuck being the person that you have become in life. You can change who you are. You can become the person that you want to be in your life. I know it may seem challenging to think that your life can change and you can be a different person because of the fact that you've been this person for however many years. You have the life that you have, and you have the people around you who think that you're a certain way because that's who you've been with them year after year after year after year. But now you want to be somebody else. You want to be something different. You want to do different things. You want to be greater than yourself, and you feel like you can't make that change. I understand this. I understand what it feels like to feel like who you are really is not who you're being in your life. The person that you feel you can be, the person that you want to become, is not the person that you are. But I'm telling you now that you can become the person that you want to be in your life. And it doesn't have to take 10 years or 100 years to become this person. You do not have to, give up body parts or whatever you think is required to become the person that you want to be. You can become who you want to be right now. And I know it may seem challenging. I know it seems difficult because everything in your life, everything that you have in your life is pulling you to continue to be the same person that you are now. Your wife, your husband, your friends, your family, they all see you the way that you are right now. They are all reinforcing who you are right now. But inside, you know that that's not totally who you are. You know there's parts of you that are like the personality or the person that you've created for them, but deep down you feel that there is something else that is who you are, that is greater than this, that is bigger than this, that you want to be larger and give to the world. So you can be that, but it requires a shift in identifying first that you are not stuck this way, because it is not truly your identity to be who you are right now. Who you are is who you create yourself to be, and you can create yourself to be whatever you wish at any moment. And second of all, you need to realize that just creating yourself to be something won't be enough, given that you have an environment pulling you to be a certain way. You're going to have to change your environment. You're going to have to teach your environment around you who you are now, because they don't see you that way. So, first of all, getting that you are not fixed, getting that you are not stuck being the person you're being, is getting that you are not the person that you are being right now. That is simply what you've created for yourself, what you've reinforced as who you are, what you've told others that you are, and then they've reciprocally told you back that you are this. But if you don't want to be this right now, you don't want to be unmotivated or unhappy or unhealthy or poor or whatever. You don't want to be these characteristics. You don't want to be alone. You don't want to be angry. You don't want to be frustrated. You don't want to be a depressed person. Whatever these traits that you've kind of reinforced around who you are and around what you've become in life and what your life looks like, you are not those. And that's what you first have to realize. That is not who you are. You are not that. It's just been created for you and you've reinforced it and it's been reinforced in your life. But that is not who you are. You can set that aside and create who you are newly. You don't have to be sad. You don't have to be in lack, in poor poverty. You don't have to be alone. You don't have to be quiet. You don't have to be these things. You can create who you are now. But to do that, you have to take responsibility for who you've been. You have to say, okay, I've been this angry person. I've been this person living in lack. I've been this person doing these things. I've been this way, but I'm not going to be that way anymore. I'm choosing to change who I am. I'm choosing to create a new me. And this new me acts like this. This new me is positive. This new me is loving. This new me is giving. This new me is abundant. This new me does this and does these tasks. This new me takes these actions. This new me does different things and acts differently. And now to create that out in the world, out in your reality, what you have to do is enroll the environment around you that that's who you are. Now, often it's easier if we just move out of our environment. We change it. We move out of our parents' house because they see us a certain way. We can't live there anymore. We have to move out of there. So people that can meet us don't know who we are, and we can tell them who we are because they've never met us before. And then they can reinforce that new us to us. So moving away from people that are familiar to you and the way that you are is an easy and a hard way, because sometimes it's not easy to move away, but it's a lot easier than trying to change somebody's perspective of you. So if you have the ability and the desire to leave your location, leave where you are, leave the home you're living in or the city you're living in or whatever, and part of your identity wants to live somewhere else, this is a good opportunity to move. But when you move, you have to be clear on who this new person you are is, and make sure that you're telling the people that you see in your new environment, this is who you are. So you don't revert back to the old self, the stuck self. You have to tell the new environment, hey, this is who I am, and then they'll see you that way. Now, if you can't move or you don't want to move, you like being in the place that you're at, you like the city, town, area that you live in, then you have to enroll the environment, which means the people around you that you were a certain way and now you're going to be a different way. You have to tell those people like, hey, I know I've been this angry person, or I've been this sad person, or I've been this person that can't get motivated or make up their mind about what they're doing with their life, or this person has been like thinking they're never going to meet their partner or whatever. I'm giving up that view. That has cost me happiness, that has cost me my goals in life, that has cost me all these things. You have to know what it's cost you. It's cost you your life. It's cost you your joy. It's cost you your freedom. So you have to acknowledge that being that way has cost you a lot of things in your life. And when you take responsibility for that and you tell people like, hey, I've been this way, it's cost me a lot in my life, I don't want that anymore. I don't want the loneliness or the lack of money and abundance. I don't want that not having a partner. I don't want the no health and fitness. I want something different because I'm tired of having the results that I've had because I've been being the way that I've been being. And now I'm going to be a different way. I'm going to be this way. I'm going to start being this. So please see me as my new self. See me as this new person I want to be. And I'm sorry if I've being a frustrated sack of crap treated you poorly. I don't want to treat you poorly anymore. I want to treat you well, and I want it. So you got to clean up with people. Sometimes being the person that you've been being hasn't been nice for other people around you, and you have to acknowledge how you've treated other people and take responsibility for that. And when you take responsibility for that and enroll them that you want to be different, that you're going to be a different person now, and that they should listen to you as this new person, not the person that's been bad or not nice to them or however you've been, but a new person that's being positive and loving and giving and a new possibility for you, that they see you that way, then the people around you can hold you accountable to being the new you. So regardless of if you change locations or if you're in the same location, you need to tell people around you who you are so you're unstuck from the old self, and then they hold you accountable to your new self. See, you've had a momentum of being one way for 10, 20, 30 years, however long it's been, you've been being one way. Now you want to shift paths and be something else? Well, you're going to have to tell people around you that you're changing course and that they should know that you're changing course and they should support you and keep you accountable to changing course. You don't want to just try to change course while everybody else is all rutted you in one way. You're going to try to change this way and everybody's going to push you back into who you've already been. Well, if you don't want to be who you've already been and you want to change course, you're going to have to tell these people like, hey, don't push me back to where I've been. Help me get out of this rut and get into a new one, get into a new path, because you've been in a rut and everybody's going to push you back in. So you want to get out of the rut, you got to go over here and help them get you on the new path. You got to stop the momentum. So in summary, first you have to acknowledge that you've been being a certain way and you don't have to be that way. You got to get for yourself. You are not stuck being the person you've been in life. You can be a new person. You can be a new person now. But you have to take responsibility for who you've been, the impact that that's had, and create a new person. Create the new person, the new being that you want to be. And then you have to change the environment around you to support that new person. You have to meet new people. You have to tell the people around you that you know and love that you want to be this new person, so to support you in that. And you could change your location and go somewhere else where people don't know you, and then you tell them this new person that you are, so they support you in this new person. Momentum will drag you back to who you've always been. So if you want to be something else, you have to fight against the momentum of your life and become something beyond where the momentum, and get steered in a different direction and create a new momentum for a new you. That's it. That's what you got to do. You're not stuck being who you are. If you want to create something new, you want to be something new, that's what you got to do. All right? So go out there and do that. Create who you want to be. Take responsibility for who you've been and kick ass.